Shocking headline on the front page of the Mail on Sunday. Dismay for the King as Harry says he may not bring Meghan and the kids back to the UK.
And that, now I'm reconsidering bringing Meghan and the children, which we all know is just Harry and Meghan trying to manipulate the media and bully King Charles into a corner.
It looks like Prince Harry and Meghan have ended up facing a decision that almost nobody expected. For months, people have been talking about the idea of Meghan finally returning to Britain, with rumours building that this would be a huge moment after staying away for so long. Many believed everything was falling into place for a major public appearance, and the excitement only kept growing. But now, those reports say the entire trip has been called off, leaving many people wondering what really happened behind the scenes. This is clearly not how Harry and Meghan hoped everything would play out. This was expected to be Meghan's biggest return yet, with many watching closely to see how things would unfold.
She is very calculating and very ruthless and very self-promoting, but she's taken on more in the end than she can chew.
Instead of a headline-making comeback, something reportedly happened behind closed doors that completely changed the direction of the plans. The situation shifted fast, and now people are asking why such a major visit would suddenly disappear from the schedule. According to royal author Tom Bower, he has reportedly uncovered the reason behind the dramatic change, and the explanation has sparked even more discussion because it is far from the outcome many expected. Here is what we know. The Invictus Games are officially set to take place in Birmingham, and preparations are already moving ahead, with rehearsals scheduled for this coming July. As the founder of the Games, Harry is widely expected to attend and support the event, making his presence a key part of the occasion.
I think that's what the Invictus Games, which is this very splendid competition for wounded servicemen, is going to start in Birmingham next year, but there's a rehearsal later in the summer. And Harry is determined to come, and if he could, he'd bring Meghan and somehow work his way back in so that they have status.
While questions continue to surround Meghan's reported absence, Harry's commitment to the Invictus Games appears to remain unchanged, keeping him closely tied to one of the projects that has defined his public work for years. Meghan was also reportedly expected to join the visit, which would have marked her first trip back to Britain in about 4 years. That possibility quickly became one of the biggest talking points, with many people wondering how such a return would be received. At first, everything seemed to be moving toward a high-profile appearance, and there was plenty of speculation about what it could mean. But according to reports, those plans have now changed, and Meghan is no longer expected to make the trip. The sudden shift has left many people asking what happened behind the scenes to cause such a dramatic change. The visit was never said to be only about the Invictus Games.
Prince Harry and Meghan could be staying at Althorp House, Princess Diana's ancestral estate in West Northamptonshire. I feel very British. They're going to be staying in West Northamptonshire, having high tea and crumpets and scones.
Reports also suggested that Harry and Meghan planned to visit Princess Diana's grave during the trip. Because the timing matched a period when the event would already be receiving significant media attention, the planned visit attracted even more public interest. On the surface, many viewed it as a heartfelt way to honour Harry's late mother. At the same time, others questioned whether the timing would draw even greater public attention, leading to different opinions about the planned visit and its significance. After reviewing everything surrounding the trip, Harry reportedly decided not to bring Meghan or their children with him. That unexpected decision immediately sparked fresh speculation, with many wondering why the original plan had changed so suddenly. Royal author Tom Bower has claimed there was one major reason behind the decision, saying an important issue ultimately outweighed the original plans. His comments have added another layer to the ongoing discussion surrounding the visit. According to Bower, Harry was reportedly so focused on the idea of returning to the United Kingdom that one long-running issue became impossible to ignore: security! For years, Harry has publicly raised concerns about the security arrangements available to him and his family during visits to Britain. As plans for this trip reportedly moved forward, he once again requested security protection. Reports indicated that the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, better known as RAV, said it needed additional time to review the situation before making a final decision.
The estate's website notes that it will be closed to visitors next month, prompting speculation that Harry and his family could visit or even stay there during the family trip. Now, this is where Princess Diana is buried, and with the family's visit falling shortly after her birthday, this could make sense. Her birthday is on July 1st.
That response reportedly left the security question unresolved while preparations for the visit continued. Expecting a positive outcome, Harry and his family reportedly began preparing for the journey to the United Kingdom. With early plans moving forward, it appeared they believed everything was falling into place. Travel discussions, scheduling, and other arrangements were reportedly being considered as the visit drew closer. However, according to reports, just days before the planned trip, the security request received another rejection. That decision reportedly changed everything and forced a major rethink of the family's travel plans. Harry has repeatedly said that he does not want to bring Meghan or their children to the United Kingdom unless they receive the same level of security provided to working members of the royal family. He has explained that his concerns are connected to what he sees as ongoing security risks following his and Meghan's decision to step away from royal duties. Because of those concerns, he has consistently maintained that adequate protection is a key factor whenever the family considers travelling to Britain. His position on the issue has remained largely unchanged over the years, making security one of the biggest obstacles to any family visit.
That's why I trust the process. Ravik, who did deny Harry this additional security that he's requested, it's their job to assess credible threats using intelligence the public doesn't have access to. And if they concluded Harry doesn't require the level of taxpayer-funded security he's demanding, I have to assume that decision was based on the best available evidence.
The dispute over security is not new. Harry challenged the 2020 decision that changed his security arrangements, hoping the ruling would be reversed. After taking the matter through the courts, however, the appeal was ultimately unsuccessful. As a result, if Harry wants that same level of protection during future visits, reports indicate that he would need to arrange and pay for it himself. That outcome has continued to shape discussions whenever a trip to Britain is considered. With that issue still unresolved, Harry has reportedly been taking another careful look at the entire situation. According to reports, he has been weighing two difficult options. One would be bringing Meghan and the children to the United Kingdom without the level of security he believes is necessary. The other would be travelling alone while they remain at home in California. After considering those possibilities, it now appears that he has chosen the second option. Reports continue to suggest there is growing doubt that Meghan and the children will be joining him on this visit, making the trip very different from what was originally expected. Tom Bower has also claimed that tensions within the royal family remain unresolved. According to his comments, Harry is still at odds with his older brother, Prince William, and the relationship has not fully recovered after the events of the past several years.
Insiders are describing her, as you know, quote, a dictator in high heels who terrifies staff and accusations of her belittling people. They constantly demand respect and privacy, but again, treat their own employees with zero respect and create a revolving door of allegedly terrified staff. So
Meghan has also been described by some commentators as being connected to the wider disagreement within the family, although views on that subject continue to differ. Whatever the full picture may be, reports suggest those family tensions remain part of the ongoing public discussion surrounding Harry's return to Britain. According to these reports, that is exactly how the situation has unfolded. After Harry's request for taxpayer-funded security was reportedly denied again, it appears he has decided to travel without Meghan and the children. That decision has fueled even more discussion because it places him in a difficult position. If he had chosen to bring his family without the level of security he has consistently requested, many people would likely have questioned why the issue had been raised so strongly in the first place. Instead, the reported decision to travel alone seems to match the concerns he has expressed for years about safety during visits to the United Kingdom. There are also reports that some senior members of the royal household remain on difficult terms with Meghan. Because of that, many commentators have questioned whether returning now would create an uncomfortable atmosphere from the very beginning. Stepping into an environment where important relationships are still believed to be strained would be challenging for almost anyone. Reports do not suggest that Meghan would face physical harm. Rather, the discussion has focused on whether she would receive the kind of warm public and private welcome that many people normally associate with royal family appearances. That possibility has become another major reason why the trip continues to attract so much attention. Within royal circles, some people still connect Meghan to past allegations of bullying, which she has denied, while others have argued that she struggled with the traditions and structure of royal life. Those differing views have continued to shape public debate, even years after many of the original headlines first appeared. As a result, opinions remain deeply divided whenever the possibility of her returning to Britain is discussed.
Well, there's a whole story about her attitude to people she works with, especially in a photo shoot about Reitman's, a sort of Marks and Spencer's chain store in Canada, where the experience for all the 80 crew was just horrendous. And there was two agents who told horrible stories about her bullying and her oppression. That was really quite a revelation. Her father...
Many observers also believe that the relationship between Meghan and the royal institution has not fully recovered. Because of that, some have suggested that a return at this stage could bring old disagreements back into the spotlight instead of helping everyone move forward. Trust between the different sides has often been described as badly strained, and there is ongoing speculation that any future visit could once again place those unresolved issues at the centre of public attention. Whether that changes over time remains to be seen, but for now, the reported decision has only added another chapter to an already closely watched story. According to Tom Bower, Meghan is very reluctant to face the British media again. He expressed the view that her past experiences with press coverage have made the idea of returning to Britain particularly uncomfortable. In his opinion, stepping back into that environment would likely place her under intense public attention from the moment she arrived. Because of that, he believes the prospect of another visit is far more complicated than simply attending a public event. The level of media interest alone would make the trip a major talking point. Bower also claimed that Meghan would prefer to avoid direct engagement with the British media, at least until certain concerns she has raised are addressed. According to his comments, she is focused on rebuilding her public image after facing years of criticism and mixed public reactions.
And as for the accommodation in a royal palace, well, we've got so many empty royal palaces at the moment. I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. The issue will only be if they allow themselves to be filmed and photographed as if they were members of the royal family. I think that is where the line's going to have to be drawn.
A return to Britain, he suggested, could trigger another wave of headlines and constant media attention that she would rather avoid at this stage. Public opinion surveys have shown varying levels of support over the years, and those discussions continue to shape debate whenever her name is back in the spotlight. From that perspective, Bower argued that this may simply not be the right moment for Meghan to return. According to his view, avoiding another intense media cycle could be one of the biggest reasons for remaining in California. The media is only one part of the picture, though. Public support for both Meghan and Prince Harry has shifted over recent years, with opinion polls reflecting a range of views. As a result, any visit to Britain would likely attract enormous public attention and widespread commentary. Reports also suggest that staying behind could help avoid uncomfortable public reactions, possible demonstrations, or another period of heavy media coverage while Harry attends his engagements alone. Bower has additionally pointed to accommodation as another factor. Although there have been reports that King Charles could arrange a place for Harry to stay during the visit, Bower suggested that such an arrangement would not necessarily resolve every concern surrounding Meghan's possible return. According to his assessment, several issues remain unresolved, making the situation much more complicated than it first appears. According to some commentators, Meghan is believed to be hoping for something much bigger than simply making a short visit to Britain. Reports have suggested that a return could help rebuild her public profile after several years away from the United Kingdom. Supporters and critics continue to debate how such a visit would be received, but many observers believe it would attract enormous media attention from the moment it was announced. Even so, others have questioned whether a single visit would significantly change public opinion or restore the level of influence some believe has faded over time. Since leaving Frogmore Cottage, Harry and Meghan no longer have an official royal residence in Britain. That change has become another major point of discussion whenever the possibility of them returning is raised. Some royal commentators have also argued that, even if accommodation had been arranged, it is unlikely they would have been able to use a royal residence in the way some people have speculated.
The rest. So I think that they're running out of money. I mean, I've conservatively put their annual expenditure at $3 million, but for that they'd have to earn $4 or $5 million. And it's they're running out of money because they run out of people to interest to buy their story. And that's why I think in the end they'll be desperate to come back to Britain to revalidate and reconcile with the royal family, which in the end will be the only way they might be able to save themselves. but I think that's a remote possibility.
Reports and commentary have suggested that any visit would likely follow very different arrangements from their time as working members of the royal family. Because of that, some observers have questioned what a return would realistically look like under those circumstances. Their commercial projects have also remained a frequent topic of public discussion. Ventures involving Netflix, Spotify, and Meghan's lifestyle brand have all received significant attention, with commentators offering a wide range of opinions about their performance and long-term success. Alongside those discussions, there have also been claims that Harry and Meghan are no longer in the same financial position that many people once associated with them. Some commentators have even suggested that the kind of luxury hotels they previously used may now be more difficult to justify, although their personal financial situation has not been publicly confirmed. These ongoing debates continue to add another layer of interest whenever new reports about the couple emerge. Meghan's reported decision not to accompany Harry is also being viewed by some commentators as a sign that their priorities are taking different directions. According to recent reports, Harry appears focused on maintaining his connections to the United Kingdom, continuing his work with veterans through the Invictus Games, and possibly improving certain family relationships over time. Meghan, meanwhile, is believed to be concentrating on life in California with their children and on her own projects. While the couple continue to support each other's work publicly, many observers have noted that their immediate goals may not always require them to travel together. That has only added more speculation about how they are approaching this next chapter. Reports suggest Harry still hopes to spend more time in the country where he grew up and maintain ties to causes that remain important to him. The Invictus Games continue to be one of the biggest parts of his public work, making his involvement especially significant. Meghan, on the other hand, has been described by commentators as being more cautious about returning to Britain. Some have claimed that she would prefer to make the trip only if several concerns, including security and other arrangements, were addressed first. Those reported conditions have become a major topic of discussion whenever a possible return is mentioned. Since stepping back from royal duties, Meghan no longer has an official role that requires her to be in the United Kingdom. Because of that, Harry's planned appearances connected to the Invictus Games would not necessarily create the same opportunities for Meghan. Some commentators have argued that a visit would offer limited professional benefits for her, while others believe it could bring another round of intense media attention. Her business ventures, including her lifestyle brand, have also received mixed reactions, leading to continued debate about how any return to Britain might affect her public profile. As a result, many believe there is little incentive for her to make the journey under the current circumstances. Security also remains at the center of the discussion. Reports continue to suggest that Harry considers it a key issue whenever he and his family travel to Britain. Some commentators have speculated that arranging private security could be costly, while others have questioned whether that would influence future travel decisions. Whatever the case, the issue has remained unresolved and continues to shape the conversation surrounding any potential visit. Rather than helping rebuild public support, some observers believe a return to Britain at this moment could generate another wave of scrutiny and debate. From that perspective, remaining in California may be viewed as the more practical choice for now. Even so, Tom Bower has argued that the story is far from finished. According to his view, the current timing may not favor a return, but he believes Harry and Meghan will eventually face new decisions about their future relationship with the United Kingdom as circumstances continue to evolve. According to Tom Bower, the couple's commercial ventures have faced a series of challenges, leading him to argue that their options may be becoming more limited. He believes that this could be one reason Harry has remained interested in preserving whatever connection he still has with his family in the United Kingdom. In Bower's view, maintaining those ties could become increasingly important as time goes on, especially if future opportunities take an unexpected turn. Whether that prediction proves accurate remains to be seen, but it has certainly added another layer to the ongoing debate surrounding Harry and Meghan's future. So, what do you think? Will Harry and Meghan eventually decide to spend more time in Britain, or will they continue building their future in America? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so share your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.